Hello.
Well, don't forget to sign in. I put it in the chat. And
Okay.
it senior meeting.
Okay.
That works.
Shoot. Sorry if you heard a slight song.
I did not hear anything.
Okay.
Can you sign Maggie? Maggie? Mag? Say Mag? Can you say Mag? Yeah. Go on then. Can you say Beatrix? Sia? Mummy?
Your daddy.
Nanny? Granddad? Garden? Stinky Bum? You said Stinky Mummy? And what are you about to eat? Cheese? Yeah, say bye-bye. Say bye-bye.
Jen.
Sorry, watching some kids across the pond.
No, I was gonna ask, have you ever seen like that TikTok where it's like asking the kid to say like fire truck?
No.
And the kid really tries, but then it's just like
Well, this
fire F-bomb.
are the twins my daughter took care of in England when she was
Oh.
and so when she left, they were just starting to talk, and so they were sharing all the words that they can say now. I'm sure my dog is crying right now because she misses them. But it's just so cute to hear them say, "Stinky bomb." Can you say "stinky bomb"? Stinky bomb.
Oh my god, my sister tried saying gnome yesterday, and we were watching Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated, right, on Netflix. And so she tried saying gnome, and she goes, "Watch out for the gnome."
Gnome. Nice. So if you haven't signed in already, I put it in chat, so don't forget to sign in so we can count you.
It's not going to be in the chat for people who come in later after you put it in because.
Thank you. I will. Oh.
I just go to the sign in
Sheets
website. I just keep the website up and I just say like that day's Zoom. You know, like Tuesday Zoom or like Thursday Zoom.
So we're gonna call this senior meeting.
Okay.
I just popped it in the chat again, so I'll just keep it going for anybody. Yeah, senior meeting would work for me. Thank you. Just so because there's another meeting happening right now for rising sophomores and rising juniors.
Abby!
Here's Abby. Abby, don't forget to sign in.
I already did.
Awesome. Thank you. I just got my reminder that I have a Zoom meeting starting now. It's convenient. Here's Dylan. Dylan, don't forget to sign in, and we're calling it senior meeting today.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Senior meeting. There's Sayo.
Sayo!
Teddy bear.
Huh?
Teddy bear.
Oh yeah, yeah. I have a giant pink teddy bear on my bed.
Oh, cute. Don't forget to sign in, Sio. And we're calling it senior meeting. Because there's another meeting going on right now with other cohorts.
Okay.
But Abby, if you've signed in already with your own, don't worry about it. I'll find you.
I have a question.
Okay.
So, yesterday I showed up late to the meeting, but I still went, and I completely forgot to sign in, like, digitally.
Hmm.
So, should I do the assignment?
To the all UB Zoom or the peer mentor?
The all UB, or maybe even both. I don't. Yeah, because I had to do it on my phone, and it was 30 minutes before work, so I think it was both actually.
Okay, yeah, because I know you had to pop out to go to work yesterday.
Yeah.
Let me ask Julie what she would like you to do. Ask Julie about signing, forgetting to sign in. I'm sure you're going to be fine as long as someone remembers seeing you. You'll be fine. One of our staff. Somebody signed in yesterday. All right, so I'll get back to you for sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So I'm putting it again in the chat, guys. Don't forget to sign in, and we're calling it senior meeting. Senior meeting. Yeah, those of you who started early, you're going to just keep hearing me say this over and over and over. So I put it in the chat. The link is there. Call it senior meeting. We'll give people a couple more minutes. Do you have a teddy bear too that you're cuddling, or is that a big fuzzy pillow?
It's a bunny.
It's funny. Oh, you've got a little tiger. Oh, look, a little fox and red panda. Oh, and a moose. Oh, I should bring.
Mine's a husky, not a fox.
Husky, not a fox. Okay, that makes more sense. Ooh, and there's
All of us just bringing our stuffy.
a zebra with a coat. No, what is that?
Very rare animal. I forget the name of.
What is that?
Is that a hyena one?
It's a what?
It's called an okapi, and it's related to the giraffe. And this is a very rare stuffed animal.
Yeah, I've never seen
It's a tiny giraffe.
a tiny
His
baby.
name is Oscar.
Yay, rainbow!
I'm in the middle of wrapping stuff for my sister's birthday.
I don't have animals with me, but let's
We're
see.
having a camping birthday weekend.
That's so exciting.
I can wear that for you guys. I can be.
My birthday is the 26th of July.
Mine's 28.
My daughter's today. Today's her birthday. I'm going home for the weekend.
Oh my gosh.
All right, we'll give everybody about one more minute to see if we get anybody else signed in.
How many should there be?
Here's my other. Ooh, here's my baby. There should be well, technically it should be about 21. But, yeah, not everybody's coming. So hopefully some people will just watch the video that we post later. Oh, we're keeping Andrew up. Oh my God. All right, 10:35, so let's get started. So first of all, I have some exciting announcements. Oh, that's cute. First of all, the Ivy League schools have announced that they are going to be SAT optional this year. So if you ever thought about applying to an Ivy League, this is the year to do it. They will not hold it against students who do not submit their SAT or ACT scores. So who can name all 8 Ivy Leagues? Who wants to try?
I just combined Harvard and Yale in my brain, and I was like, yeah, no, I can't.
That's 2. So 6 more. Does anyone else want to try that?
Cornell,
Cornell,
Dartmouth.
Dartmouth. I don't know who's saying that. Is that Dylan? Yeah. So you
Yeah.
have
Brown.
got half of them.
Brown.
Brown.
What's
About
up,
all.
Princeton?
Name the 8 Ivy League schools.
Princeton? Is Princeton one?
Princeton.
Penn State, right?
What was it?
Isn't Penn State one?
Not Penn State, but Penn is in the name. So you guys need 2 more. But
Is Pratt an Ivy League?
so Penn, Penn, is in the name of one of them.
What my nuts?
All right, you guys are good. You want me to tell you the last 2? You guys did really well. 6 out of 8 is not bad. University of Pennsylvania, which is in Philadelphia.
Who got that?
Oh, I didn't hear it.
It's in the chat.
Oh, I didn't look at the chat. And Columbia. So those are the 8. So if Montana, you might have joined us late. Don't forget to check in. But the 8 Ivy League on test optional for your cohort this year. So if you are thinking about it, like this is the year to do it. I have to tell Julie I'm in a meeting. That was my friend Julie.
Are most colleges test optional this year?
A lot of them have gone test optional this year. So let's talk about what that means. That was actually on my list. There's a live kitty. Oh, hi, kitty. So SATs and ACTs are still, she has a question about my meeting, guys. All right, you're gonna have to hold on to pens and needles while I call my friend Julie. How rude.
Do you want to say hi?
Talk amongst yourselves. What's that?
Plattsburgh is test optional this year.
I just lost her. She's on here.
Are we
Something.
Sorry.
Oh, no, it's by Julie Finnegan.
Sorry, my nuts.
Facial text. We are all logged in. Huh. Were you guys, I think her question, were you able to digitally sign in? Did that all work for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just did it.
Must be students on her. You need William. Yes. Is William a rising senior, guys?
I think so. Yes.
So too. And Caitlin. Yes. They're in the wrong meeting. All right, Caitlin and William are in the wrong meeting, so hopefully they'll join us soon. Anyway, all right, so so many schools are going test optional, and I see in that someone said Plattsburgh. Yeah, Castleton's test optional if anyone's thinking about Castleton. But it is, because it's test optional, it's really important that you guys all have make sure you include at least 1 or 2 highly competitive schools on your applications. Because you don't need to have the test now to compete. Because usually people who get in Harvard and Yale and Princeton and Brown, they have perfect SAT scores or darn near perfect. But that's going to be eliminated now. It's not going to be held against you. So it's a good year to do that. So if you're just logging in, don't forget to register for the meeting, sign in for the meeting. I just put it in the top chat, and make sure you call it senior meeting. So lots of schools are test optional. However, we're still going to ask you to take an August test and an October test. And that's because if you do well, you will submit your scores and they will help you to get in to your schools that you're looking at. So it's still a good idea for all of you to take at least 2 of the same tests, either 2 SATs or 2 ACTs, so that you can see how you're going to do. So we are going to hold an SAT boot camp this July. So our last week of the summer, starting on July 27th, we are having an SAT boot camp. It's going to be probably Zoom. We've hired a lady who does this. She usually charges $500 per student. So if you were to pay for her, that's how much you guys would be paying. So I highly recommend that you attend. We are going to mark your attendance in order to get paid for July. You do need to attend either live the sessions or watch the video recordings and answer some questions. So let me give you the dates. They're going to be put on the calendar. Rachel will do that for you once we've solidified everything with her. But right now we're looking at July. All the meetings are going to be at 10:30 a.m. But we'll record them as well if you're busy. July 27th, there's going to be an hour and a half. July 29th is 1 hour. And then July 30th is an hour and a half. The readings.
We got a meeting on that day?
What's that?
We got a meeting on my birthday?
I don't know. Is that your birthday?
29th.
7th, July 29th, and July 30th. And 1 hour one is going to be writing. The other two will be math or reading. I'm not sure what day is going to be which yet, but I'll let you know. But they will be recorded for future viewing. Julie's going to email you the week before. She will email you all the materials that you need to take part in it. So definitely log into that so that you can get your July stipend. Any questions about SATs or ACTs?
What's an ACT?
Oh, okay. Yes. So there are two college admissions tests out there in the United States. The SAT is the one that most people in the Northeast take. It tends to be very regional. So SAT tends to be the Northeast part of the United States and the West Coast. Those are kind of like those colleges in those areas tend to be SAT schools. The ACT is another college test done by a different company. The test is a little bit different, not much, because the SAT keeps copying the ACT format. But what the ACT includes that the SAT doesn't is a section on science. So, but the science is really more like reading scientific data. So how to interpret charts and graphs. So if you're good at that, you might want to take an ACT, but the SAT prep we're doing with you will also help you with the ACT as well.
Okay.
So
We just mostly
great
talk
question.
about SATs in my school.
Really good question. So are any other questions about ACT or SAT? All right, so all of you should have registered for one already and then it got canceled. So your voucher though, your waiver is still sitting there for you to register for the August test. So I'm gonna ask that you all do that if you haven't already because space is filling up. Yes, sir. Yes, Ree.
Just so New Yorkers know, you might want to do it quick because I have to go all the way to Albany to do mine. I can't find anything closer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Vermonters, I think, are luckier. They might have more.
I'm doing mine in Rutland.
Yeah, me too. Mine's in Rutland.
Yep. Rutland at the intermediate school, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if any of you have transportation issues, would you please reach out to us and we will try to figure that out for you. Either carpooling together with another student. But we just want to make sure that transportation is not a barrier for you to take your test. To make it easier for your family. Oh yeah, so you put in test sites in New York. Is that what you? Yeah.
My mom knows the way around to Albany, so it's going to be easier for us. We live down there.
Let's see. Okay, so does everybody know what they need to get their $75 check for this week? No.
Attend all these Zooms.
Okay, you got to attend your Zooms, or you have to watch them later and take the quiz and score 80% or better on the quizzes. Yeah. What else do you have to do this week? Yes.
Is it the stuff on the classroom that?
Yeah, the work study thing. Thank you, Iris. The work study. Yes. So I'm going to share my screen because I want to make sure you all know where you need to go. So I am in our Google Classroom. Actually, I'm going to go back to classes. Can you see all my classes? Yep. Okay. So you're going to look for two things you should be checking. You should be checking your class here regularly to see if there's anything going on there. So let's look there first and let's see if there's any. Looks like it's just our senior meeting is in there. So that's good. You're on this meeting. But if we go back to work study, this is where you have some assignments. One of them's due by midnight today. And if you don't complete it, you won't get your $75 for this week. So you scroll all the way down to summer orientation week. And there are, now you can see a draft here that Julie hasn't published yet. I'm not sure when she's going to publish it, but because that's mine. But on yours, when you log in, you won't see that. You need to do your Trello college blueprint and share it with me. Some of you have done that. So what you're going to do is create an account at Trello.com. So first you're going to go here. I kind of made it, or first you're going to go to Trello and make your account using your CUB email. And then once you do that, you are going to work study, yes, is shared with Adnan. I'm answering that chat question. But once you've done that, then you're going to go to this college blueprint Trello. I have created this for you, and you're going to create the board from the template. Now, some of you joined Trello, but you didn't do this step, which is to click on this template and create the board. And that will import this board that I created, this whole thing that I organized for you. You can see all the way into your account. And then once you do that, up here, kind of up in here, will be a button that says invite. There it is, actually. You'll then invite me, jennifer.jones@castleton.edu.
So you want us to copy all that and make our own, like just like that? Or?
We'll copy it for you. So if you create your Trello account and then you go to back to this classwork and you click here, it will bring you to this and you will click create board. And it will transfer this board as it is into your account. So you don't need to like make your own cards. You don't need to copy it. It will automatically move everything over for you. And then we're going to work on this as the summer progresses. You're going to fill in some things. We'll talk more about it. We'll have another cohort meeting about it. We're going to use this for the rest of next year to make sure that you are doing all the things you need to do, like doing your Scholly application, doing your FAFSA, doing your VSAC or your TAP grant, working on your Excelsior, taking your tests. So I have pretty much made, now you can also customize this. If you don't like the background I picked, you can totally change the background. You can color coordinate it. Like if you want, in your bio, if you want to add a photo of yourself or many photos of yourself, you can. Super easy. You just go to edit, and you can, once you're in there, I can't do it now because it's a template.
No, you need to, don't click on the pen thing. You need to click on the thing. Yeah.
There you go. Thank you. So then you can add things here. So does anyone have questions on how to get to your Trello?
So we do have to add you into it too, other than
Yes. Actually, you're right. I think this one is Adnan, right? Is that what he said the other day?
Click on the class comment and it will show it shows that we're supposed to add him, but it doesn't
Yes,
say
it
anyone
is
else.
by Adnan. Thank you. So do you guys know Adnan's email?
It's in the last comment.
Okay. I'm also going to type here. So I put it in the chat as well. That's Adnan's email. Okay, so you're going to do that. And then I'm going to share my screen again. Then you also, once you've done that one, then you also have to do your work study is here. So there's two things, and all you're doing is making sure that you can log in to these two websites. So the first one is On Track. It says see below to make sure that you can sign in. That's this one. This one is linked to your scholarship. So you have to complete all the financial modules for 12th grade in order, as one of your pieces to be eligible for our scholarship that we give away every year. So you can start that anytime. You can finish them. It's about 22 modules. I think there's 36 in all for senior year, but you only need to complete the ones that say financial aid or FAFSA or scholarships, anything to do with money. And we will put out a list for you so you guys know for sure. And then the other one is this virtual job shadow link. You'll need to create an account. And that's all you have to do to get your $75 for this month. And then you'll go into Google Classroom for summer work study for July, and you can see all the July tasks. But I want to make sure that you get virtual job shadows due by tonight at midnight. So make sure that you have opened an account, and Julie can see if you've opened an account or not. So questions on that? I know some people made the Trello account, but they didn't do the template. And they shared like kind of a blank template with me. So you want to go in and kind of redo that and share with Adnan the correct template. Does that make sense to everybody? Yes.
Can I ask something about the Common App real quick?
Sure.
So I was trying to find ACC on it, but I couldn't find it.
So, yeah. So the Common App has about 900 colleges and universities, but that is not all of them that are out there. Some schools use their own application, and SUNY ACC is one of them.
Okay.
So if you can't find a school on the Common App, then you will need to go to their school's website.
Okay.
And actually, Common App was on my list a little bit later, but let's talk about it right now, because you all can open accounts now. So I'm going to quickly go to the page and show you how to do that. And I'll make sure I put this link in our 2021 class so that you can see it. All right. So, here's the Common App. Has anybody already created an account?
Yeah, I have.
I have.
All right. Ree has, who else?
Abby.
Abby. Okay, great. It takes a little while.
I have.
Oh, great, Bella. Awesome. It takes a little while, so you need to set aside some time, but you can start it and stop it and start and stop it. It saves it. The first section is kind of the profile. It's going to ask you name, date of birth, your address. It's going to ask you about your family, like who lives in your household. Do you have any siblings? Who live with your siblings? It's going to ask information about school, like what classes did you take this past school year? What classes are you signed up for next school year? So there's a bunch of stuff that you can just start working on because you know all the answers. It's just kind of tedious. It takes time, but it's all stuff that you can definitely answer right now today. No problem. So you basically just create an account. You go over here and you guys are going to be all first year students, even if you're doing early college next year, you're still considered a first year student. And then you're going to have to use your email address. So I strongly recommend you use your CUUB email because you know that that's related to educational purposes only. I would use that for your FAFSA. I would use it for scholarship applications. I would use it for your TAP grant, your VSAC grant, for this. You don't have to, but I have had a lot of students who start this in the summer and then they try to go back to it in the fall and they can't remember, and they can't remember what email they use. So if you know that you're going to use your CUUB for all your college application stuff, then you're halfway there. So go ahead and do that, and I will pop the link in our classroom so you have it. But I suggest you start working on that. Also invite me. So I can't show you because I don't have a student account, but when you get to the section on recommenders, you're going to put me as an advisor and you're going to share your account with me. And that way I can see all the schools you have chosen to apply to from Common App. So make me an advisor. I can also be a recommender, an other recommender, if you would like. And all you have to do is put my name and email in there, and then they will send me an email saying, Andrew would like you to recommend him. Then I will write a recommendation for you. So questions on getting started on the Common App. So create an account. You need to do that. I would say the month of July, create your account, start filling out your account, make me an advisor. We will have a Zoom on adding colleges, but there is a pretty simple search feature that you can search for your schools and then you can add schools. But if you need help with that, we'll definitely do a Zoom in July to show you how to do that. Okay, questions on Common App? What's my email? Awesome, Caitlin. I will type it in for you right now. Jennifer.jones@Castleton. So how do you add me to it? So you have to go to recommenders. There should be a tab in the Common App. So across the top, you click on Common App, and then on the side, there should be a tab for like FERPA or recommenders. At the very bottom there, so that's where you'll add like your teachers, your school counselors, you'll add them as recommenders. At the very, very bottom, if you scroll, you can add an advisor. That's where you add me, and then you click on give access or allow advisor to see my Common App. And that will let me see, and that way, if you're having trouble, I can look at it and just say, see and help you. You don't see it, Alan. Alan, would you like to share your screen with us? And we'll walk you through it so that everybody can see. Would that be cool? So I'm going to allow Alan to share his screen now. You should be able to. You need to fill out the app first. Yes, possibly that's true. You probably have to fill in some information first before the recommenders opens up. You still want to try to share your screen? All right, Alan's not replying. Does anybody else anybody else there? They try to share your screen and walk you through it.
I can share my screen.
All right, so see if it lets you. Well, Alan said, hold on. But if you want to go first, I might be able to. Yay, look at that. Okay. So go look under, you've done everything there. So under, go to your, go to education.
Education.
Click on that. And scroll all the way down. Does it have recommenders? No. Okay, I know where it is. Scroll all the way up. Oh no, did I see John Zarzaki? Look at that.
For a counselor for like the high school.
Get your records, right?
Yeah.
Right, scroll, go back up. All right, see where it says my colleges? Click on that. Have you added any schools?
I have SUNY Plattsburgh underneath.
That's what it is. That's where it is, Alan. I was wrong. Click on SUNY Plattsburgh. Now see where it says recommenders and FERPA? That's where we're going to go. Click on that. So you have to give them permission to send your academic records.
I have a question.
So go ahead and read. Hold on, let me read through this because I want to show you guys. Hit that read, and then I'll take your guys' question. Hit save and close. I acknowledge, yeah. You do want to waive your rights, and you want to hit understand. I understand that my waiver. That just means that they can trust the recommendation if you haven't seen it first. That's why I had you waive your rights. If you don't waive your rights, colleges think that you wrote it for your teacher and your teacher just signed it. But you want your recommendation to be a kind of a blind recommendation, for lack of a better word, so that they trust it. Thank you, Ree. Okay, so now invite recommenders. That's where you would put your teachers. Like you can write teacher, parent, but don't do, and I would be other recommender, but close that out first. And I want you to scroll all the way to the bottom. Okay, see where it says invite advisor? Click on that, Ree. You're going to put in my email, Jennifer.ENNIF, two N's, yep, ER.JONES. Rid of the H. JONES. So get rid of the H. There you go. At CASTLETON.edu. Yeah, and so for my title, you can just do Mrs. That's fine.
This one?
Yep. I'm married. And then Jennifer. And then my last name, you got that. And then you should invite. And then I'm going to show you one last thing that you have to do. See where it says enable preview? You want to click on that because then I can, and you want to say that you understand it fully. And then, so now I will be able to see almost everything you can see. And then the choice for to be Adnan. I had a question here. You should add Adnan to your trellis. I'm going to put him in here. Trello, excuse me. All right. So now somebody else had a question. You can go ahead and stop. Someone else started and I stopped. That was you. All right, Gwen. What?
So, with my address, do I put my P.O. box or my street address?
Put your mailing address. If that's your P.O. box, put that. Good question.
I just get confused sometimes, you know, because I have two addresses and I'm like.
Yeah, so you give your street address when you want somebody to come visit you, right?
Okay.
If most likely colleges are going to send stuff to you in the mail, so they're not going to come visit you. So leave your mailing address. Other questions about Common App? You can add both, Oriel. If you want to add me to your Trello, I'm happy to have your Trello as well.
I meant for address, but okay.
Oh, yes, you can add both. Okay, I thought you meant Trello. You can also invite me. You can invite a parent to your Trello. If you have a parent, you can also invite a parent to your Common App. So if you want a parent to be one of your advisors, you can do that as well if you have a parent who wants to keep an eye on things. Other questions on Common App? Good questions. Common App, so just so you kind of have a sense of pacing, I would love to see you guys have the Common App done before school starts. Not submitted, but everything filled out. Because once school starts, your stress starts up again a lot, right? And you're going to have to be juggling multiple things. So if you can do yourself a favor and get your Common App completely filled out this summer, that would be best. Your essay, you get to choose. There are 7 essay questions. They're on the Common App, but I can show them to you as well. I want you to upload your essay to blanking, tutor.com, because they will give you excellent feedback. I'm going to give you the 2021 prompts, but the essay prompts are pretty varied, so it's going to hit everybody's interests and abilities, like what you might want to write about. And there's also a great question that's like, write anything you want, which is pretty awesome. So I'm showing you the essays. So there's 7 to choose from, very different kinds of essays. You can talk about something personal. You can talk about an idea or a belief that you have. There's so much going on in the world today that you could be writing about if it's affecting you personally. But the 7th one, which is nice, is share an essay on any topic of your choice. So if you have a really awesome essay that is 650 words or fewer, because the essay can only be 650 words, you can actually upload that essay. So I would say if you have an A on an essay from this past school year, you can use that. You don't have to write a brand new essay for this because the Common App gives you that flexibility. So what do you guys think about that? The essay.
Could the essay be like a 10th grade AP essay that we got an A on?
I would say maybe you can run it by tutor.com to see what they think about it. So when you do upload an essay to tutor.com, you want to make sure you give them the prompt. What question are you answering? It's really hard as an essay reader to just read an essay because you want to make sure, number one thing when you write an essay is answer the question. So you don't want to not answer the question or answer your own question. So even if you're doing number 7, essay of my choice, give them, just copy and paste that into tutor.com.
Okay.
Once you've had tutor.com review your essay, and I can see that on my side that you have uploaded it and you've done the changes that they've recommended, I want you to send it to me as well. I'm happy to read your essay for you and be another person to put my eyes over it and give you some ideas.
So I wrote a proposal paper this year, and it's something that I'm passionate about. So is that okay?
Yeah. So that's that would fit either 1 or like 3, I think, on there.
And also, it kind of relates to what I want to go into about, like, it's about zoos and how zoos could be better.
Yeah. So that's a great topic because that is not a topic they read a lot about, right? I'm sure there are young people not writing about zoos out there. So awesome. That is an awesome topic. You want to stay away from cliches, okay? Stay away from the cliche essay, like essay that everybody writes. So what are some essays that everybody freaking writes that you know, that you're like, oh my God, not that again?
Like how, like family history, or like how your family is, like
so maybe,
basically family essays.
Yeah, I mean, if your family has a unique situation, go ahead and write about it. If you were adopted and you've gone through like this journey. That's an interesting story. That not everybody's been adopted, so that could be very interesting too. Ree, what's a cliche essay? You got your hand up.
I have a question.
Oh.
So on the Common app, I tried to put in my email, and I mean not email, address, and it didn't work or something. It said I can't find it.
In the Common app?
Yeah.
So leave it blank for now, and when I do my Zoom next month that people can pop into, we can go over problems. We can also, if you want to wait until next week or the week after, you and I can work on that one-on-one.
Okay.
Yeah. But you can bypass it. Like with the Common app, you can skip parts and kind of jump around. You don't have to fill out each thing before you can go on.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to give you an example of a cliche essay. Everything I learned about life, I learned by playing baseball. Okay, so those sports analogies, they are a dime a dozen. Stay away from sports analogies. Other cliche topics are, I'm trying to think. Give me a second. It's kind of like just things that a lot of people experience. So if you can find something that is unique or interesting topic that you're passionate about, that not a lot of kids are passionate about, like don't write about your community service, because we expect everybody to do community service. You should all be doing it. Now, if you do community service because you spent a summer in Peru and you lived with indigenous peoples and you helped them, access clean water, okay, that's an interesting Common app, experience with community service. But although it's wonderful, is phones in school. Oh, like protesting that they don't let you use phones in school?
Like, should we be allowed? Because that's a huge one in our school that everyone will do.
So, yeah. So again, that's a lot of people. Yeah, that's a good one too. So again, try to find something that's unique about you or something that you're interested in that is unique, that not a lot of teenagers are interested in. So throw out some ideas. What do you guys got? Some ideas? Mythology. So how would you write about mythology? What would be your book? How would you get people? Because can it be something political? Yes, Caitlin, absolutely. You can just you just need to do it respectfully, and 250 words of words. But Ree, how about mythology?
We could do someone could do does older mythology give morals?
So what I learned about life from reading mythology. Little.
Also, with mythology, with the animals, you can say how they connect to modern animals or like animals that were around, because most of them, like dragons, are based on dino bones. They saw big bones, like, oh my gosh, dragons.
So this is not creative writing essay. This is an essay that the purpose of the essay is to give readers a glimpse into your mind, into your heart. Okay? So if mythology is a huge part of your life, you worship, an ancient religion, or nobody else, that very few people worship, or you have started a mythology club at school because they didn't allow it, it was banned, and you fought the power and you brought mythology club back. That is an interesting. Okay, what are some other ideas? Off the tops of your head, can you think of something interesting about yourself that you could write about?
Customer service.
Okay, how?
I like to help people out. So my job position is helping people out, and
Okay.
I learn a lot from other people.
So you could definitely probably tweet that about the unique people that you meet in your job, the sense of self-worth you get from doing that job, what you've learned from that. You could probably tweak that. I'll get to your question in a minute, Bella. Does anybody want to help Dylan? How could he make customer service an interesting topic? Yeah, Ree.
How they are, like how customer service people are treated.
Ooh. How about being a customer service person in the time of COVID? How are people treating you? How has that changed? Yeah, you could definitely write the essay. Like, here I have the beginning. Okay, leave your hook. Nobody ever makes eye contact. I'm not invisible. I'm checking you. I'm touching your groceries right now. Can't you look at me in the eye and treat me like a human being? There you go.
What about talking about working during the pandemic?
Yeah. Like, how has life changed? So just beware. A lot of kids are going to write that. Okay. Because it's affected everybody across you. But if you can put your own unique twist on it, you can definitely write about it. Like, I would say if both your parents lost their jobs, or both, you guys have serious financial impacts, you can talk about it. Or if you've had family with health issues, you could talk about that as well. Remember, one of this is for them to get into your head and into your heart. Okay, keep thinking of that. How through this writing could I help them understand who I am, how I think, and who I, what I believe and what I feel. All right, I haven't heard from, I'm going to pick somebody. Thomas. Caitlin, I'll answer your question in a second. Thomas.
I'm not really sure yet.
Not really sure yet. So what are some unique things, though, off the top of your head, what are some unique things that you do that no other high school students do? Or very few?
I don't know. I haven't really done that much unique stuff.
Robotics.
Oh, yeah, true.
Not a lot of kids do the robotics club and get on the robotics team. Didn't you guys have a win?
Yeah, we went to Worlds one of the years.
So I'm saying that's your topic, but that's what I'm getting at. Think about, yes, there are kids that do it, but not everybody, not 90% of the kids in high school are on the robotics team. It's probably fewer than 10%. So that could be an interesting topic.
Okay.
All right. How about Kian? What's something interesting that you feel like you want to share? Interesting and unique to you that you could write about.
That I can write about? Well, there's plenty of things. Like my IT class at school was really fun. I could write about that. Like we did a bunch of stuff with computers. We fixed printers. We went around the school helping teachers and all their devices and stuff.
Yeah, so I would definitely talk about what you learned and how you applied it. Okay.
Yeah.
And then if you are currently doing that now out of the goodness of your heart, like you help people in school, you don't get paid for it. Hey, that's a great topic. Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to go check the chat. Let's see. Somebody said, yes, when you wrote the early college essay, something personal you grew from. That is a great topic. So a tragedy or something happened to you that you grew from. Yes, that's a great topic. Yeah. Tragedy is not great, and I'm sorry if anybody suffered trauma or tragedy, but sometimes it's good to write about it, and it can oftentimes be, can get people to understand who you are and what you've been through. So if you're willing to share something personal, again, this essay is about getting to know you. And someone wrote, Ethan Sawyer has a top, yes, and who else? Thomas Frank. And actually, I'll share it in our classroom. There's a great lady who does these short videos. Like she's got a video on the 5 worst essay topics, like to stay away from. And then she also does the 5 best essay topics. And their short videos are about 10 minutes. And so I'll share her, she's a YouTuber. I'll share her YouTube channel with you guys on the classroom. And the other thing to get ready before you start writing is read essays. If you just Google top, best college essay examples, you'll get some essays to read. Can you talk about personal thoughts and opinions? One of the questions on the app, on the Common App, is choose any topic you like. One of the questions, though, is share something that you believe or an idea you feel strongly about. That can be politics, that can be religion, anything. All right. Any other questions on the essay? All right, bye, Sayo. Have a great festival. All right. So whoever is taking a college course, I want you to stay on the line with me. I want to make sure that everybody enrolled in a college course make sure that they can get logged in and has support. If you sent me a chat question, I will go through the chat list. If you sent me a chat question privately, and I will respond to you in the next couple days. So if you do not have a college course that starts on Monday, you can actually sign off. You're done. We'll give everyone a chance to do that.
I don't know if I have a college course or not. Do I?
William, you did you get your schedule? It was emailed to you by either Adnan or Rachel about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. I got my schedule.
And how many classes are on it?
3. Financial literacy / SAT prep.
And you are in a college course. Is there one of them called Women and Gender Studies?
Yes, WGS.
That is a college course.
Okay, and then WKS.
That's work study.
Okay.
All right. So, if you're on the line and you have a college course, have you logged into your portal yet?
Yes.
Have you checked Canvas to see if you have a course? Okay. So if you have not, I'm going to show you how to find class on the portal. All right, I'm going to share my screen again. Here we go. So I always go to castleton.edu to start. And I scroll all the way down because sometimes the links are broken. If you save them, sometimes they get broken and they don't work. You log in. So I'm logged in as me. Does everyone see that so far? I can't see you. Somebody say yes. Okay. Or no. All right. So here's my portal. In the very center, this is your canvas. Okay.
Yeah.
Click here. And it's going to take you to your dashboard. And your dashboard should have any college classes that you're enrolled in, or for me, that I've taught before. So you guys should see either statistics or women and gender studies. If you
It's not on my dashboard, but it's in my courses.
Okay, so that just means that, so you went over here and it's over here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not showing up here. That means that they haven't posted in here. So I would say check again Saturday, check again Sunday, but definitely by Monday you should have something sitting on your dashboard that you can just click into. So I'm going to click into a class that I recently took just to show you what it will look like. So every teacher sets up their class differently. There'll be different things going on over here. But the first thing you absolutely always want to look for is the syllabus. And click on that and read it, because that will give you some guidance on like how often assignments have to be completed, and when you have to make postings and discussion questions, post discussions. The other thing I've noticed a lot of teachers do are these modules. And so, for example, here were my modules for the teacher just put week 1, week 2, week 3, and we have to click on, and he'd post a question, and then we'd have to discuss the question. So that's a really huge part about being online, is posting your discussion questions and then posting to somebody else's topic. So a lot of teachers grade you on what you say to other students, and it should be something of value and something of heft, something weighty, not just, oh, I liked your post, or cool, I really agree with you. You need to show that you're thinking about what they've said, okay? You've applied it to like, oh, that's a really cool idea. I tried that, and this is what happened with me. This is how I use what I learned from you to apply to what I'm doing. So definitely your posting should be, chunky. Here's mine. Oh, here's mine. I also post questions all the time to teachers. And then he answered me. So that's real important. And looking at modules. And I'm going to do another class. So this is not a college course, but this is Mr. Marsfelder's academic writing course. So his looks a little different. You can see he's got a lot more things open on the side. Look at all that. So some teachers will only have a few things there. Some teachers will have a lot of stuff. But he organized his as assignments. And he has a syllabus here, though, as well. So again, always look for that syllabus. I'm going to look at one more, and then I'll let you guys go. Let's see. Here's my strategic management course. So he also had a syllabus, and we really focused on modules. Another important part is grades. This is where you can look to see your grades, and it's really important for you to be checking that and making sure that you are getting the grades you think you're supposed to be getting. Like some kids, you don't ever check their grades. I asked them, like, what do you think you have in the class? Oh, probably A-, and it's really like report card time. It's like a C or a D. I'm like, something's not connecting, and I think it's you're not checking your grades consistently. So make sure you check your grades. What also is great about the Canvas is if you click on people, you can see everybody in your class, and you can email them personally. And your teacher's usually in there, and it usually says that they're the teacher. I guess it didn't. That was in this class. But that way you can email, like if you have somebody in the class, you can just click on that link and automatically it sends them an email. So you can have a discussion offline, kind of privately too. Any questions on Canvas? You guys feel like you're ready to open your class and find it? I know statistics is there. So if you're enrolled in statistics, he already has an assignment, like a free assignment. But basically it's like, I think he wants you to like introduce yourself. So who's taking statistics? Montana?
I am.
And Dylan. Have you logged in to check?
I can't log in.
I can't log in.
So you can't get into the class? All right, check your email. He has sent you an email to your Castleton email. So how
Did you reset your password on the portal?
I tried. It won't let me.
Like I hit like Rachel has all the college IDs, and you have to like type
No,
in a
I
college
I
ID.
know that. I know my college ID, and I like type it all in and everything. And it's just like it says it's sent up into my email, but I'm not getting an email like with my pen like at all. So
Okay. Will you hang on? I'm going to let people go, but anyone who's having trouble getting into the portal, stay on, and we will share your screen one at a time and try to troubleshoot your portal. So if you're all set and you were able to get into the portal and you're able to find your Canvas class, you are all set and can go.
Jen, I text you something.
Chatted me or you chatted?